Hey guys, this is Travis Single with Shell Shock MMA. We're here in Denver, Colorado at the world famous Delgado's gym, and I'm here with none other than Colorado's one of the top prospects and a guy that's kind of a monster next to me. So we got light heavyweight prospect Jeremy Osheim. How you doing, bud?
Very good, thank you.
Good. Yeah. Now your record's 4-0, and you're actually going to be taking a fight in a couple weeks up in Canada.
That's right.
And it's against an opponent of Todd Stout, 5-1 record. You're 4-0. Tell us a little bit about your fight coming up.
Yeah, I'm excited about the fight just because, like you said, Todd is 5-1, so it'll be good challenge for me. I haven't fought for about a year now, so I'm just really itching to get back in there. It's been hard for me to find a fight here in Colorado. I feel like for the last year to year and a half, I've been kind of stuck between this level of just at the top tier of the local fighters, almost not to say like too good to fight around here anymore, but I've been having a hard time finding a fight because of that, but not quite big enough a name to jump to that next level yet. I need a little bit of street cred, so this will be a good fight for me. 5-1, take that notch, add it to my belt, and I think he's got a lot of skills that will present themselves, that will really present a challenge to me, but I think that my skill set matches up against his very well, and then I'll end up winning the fight.
Well, and like you said before, you have a lot of talent like Cody Mumba and some of these other light heavyweights that end up going out, trying out for the Ultimate Fighter and kind of doing things on their own, where these top guys that have these belts here locally in Colorado just can't fight because they're under contract with somebody else or they're looking for other talent. So it'll be definitely a spot on there. Now, there's a couple guys that ended up fighting last night. Jason Clayton, you got Brian Anderson, some of these other guys that looks like they'll try to possibly pull you into some of that. Is that something you kind of want to go back to? Do you want to fight back in Colorado if they can give you good enough competition?
Absolutely, yeah. I'd love to fight in Colorado. I've been trying to find a fight here in Colorado. It just hasn't happened. I think there's kind of a prospect of some other things, down south following this next fight. But wherever the fight is, I want to take it at this point just because I want to stay busy. I don't want to have another year go by where I don't have a fight. And I'm at the edge, the part of my career where I'm at the edge. I'm ready to jump off to the next thing. I'm at a good age where I can make a serious run at a title. Down the line. So yeah, I just want to stay busy. Any of the opportunities that will come my way, I want to take them.
Yeah. Well, and obviously, looking at the 205 division, some guys are pretty short, especially Cody. He's not really a tall guy. How do you like having the kind of the reach advantage and your height difference and stuff? Does it seem like it makes a difference?
I love it. I love it, man. A lot of these guys, they're kind of shorter, stockier. They're very muscular, very strong in the core, and big arms and stuff. So you look at them, and then you look at me, and lots of people think, they might have strength on me, or they might be a better wrestler or a better grappler and all that stuff. And that actually, I see a lot of guys that kind of that gets into their head too, and they buy into it. So I'm okay with that.
It's an advantage.
Stay on the edge of that jab, stay on the edge of the punches, and then when we go down to the ground, the length actually helps a lot too. I can wrap guys up and.
Well, especially if you're on your back and stuff, a lot easier to up kicks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Take care of damage.
Yeah, we were doing guard passing drills the other day, and it's like, good luck getting around my legs.
Yeah, exactly.
It's very difficult, so.
Just wrap them up and stuff too.
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
Now, as far as kind of going into your performance and stuff like that, a lot of people that don't know you that are in Colorado MMA and stuff like that, tell us a little bit about your background and how you got into MMA game in the first place.
Yeah, I started wrestling when I was young. Started wrestling in 7th grade. It's funny, my brother would actually teach me moves when I was in 4th and 5th and 6th grade because he was always a wrestler. So I started wrestling early. Went to college to play football actually, which I think was a bad idea because I didn't really like the team. I didn't really like the program. It was just kind of on a whim. And they didn't have a wrestling program at that school. So when I stopped playing football, I just went to the jiu-jitsu school that was right down there.
Oh, nice.
Started grappling. Someone was like, it's very similar to wrestling, so check that out. And then started doing competition jiu-jitsu. They were like, hey, you want to try Muay Thai? I said, sure. Yeah. Started doing that, then had an amateur Muay Thai fight, and like, hey, you want to try MMA? I said, sure, and just kept going.
Just kept on going from there and stuff.
Yeah.
Now, as far as your amateur reign, how'd you do as an amateur and stuff, and how'd you kind of progress into your 4-0 record as a pro?
Yeah, amateur was great. I was 6-1 as an amateur. I lost one fight. It's a very controversial fight. If you ever heard me talk about that, it was against Rory O'Farrell. I got disqualified. Yeah, I got disqualified. He said I hit him with a low blow a couple times, and I hit him in the spleen a few times. Same reaction. He kind of sold it. He was on a run. He hadn't been beaten for a while, so I got DQ'd. Didn't get a shot at that fight again, but as far as amateurs goes, it was a really great run, 6-1, and then now 4-0 as a pro. So it's all been a good experience so far.
Well, and especially experience of just having to deal with that stuff to begin with, and then deal with the kind of the fans and stuff, having to see that and stuff, and having the fight stop.
Yeah. There's definitely opposing opinions on that whole thing. It's like my camp and then Rory's camp. They have a lot to say about
that was cheap
stuff.
or something like that.
Exactly. But the Seth, the promoter, he immediately when I got out of the cage, he was like, you'll get a rematch. I saw it. So most people who are in the know,
they know what's
going
exactly.
on. So,
Now, going up into Canada, obviously Toronto is not known for the altitude and stuff like that. So is that something that you kind of gaming for too and preparing for, especially being in Colorado? You think that's an advantage too?
I love it, and I've kind of wanted to live in a few different places. I've thought about moving. I'm young, I'm not married. It's the opportunity to do that. It's at that point in my life where I could do that kind of thing, but it's just such an advantage training here. I don't really want to give that up. Yeah. Last time I went down to train in Texas, I was doing some jiu-jitsu down there, and I swear I grappled for 4 hours. Mm-hmm. I just was going and going and going. Went to California, did some road work. It's 8 miles, just like nothing, So it's such a good advantage. I'm looking forward to having that edge.
Yeah. Well, another story that you just told me about is about what you actually do in your day job.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about that, and especially it looks like you've kind of helped along the kids as far as being social worker and stuff too.
Yeah.
Tell us about your background with that.
Well, I'm working at Denver Public Schools right now, doing communications work for them. It's a really great place to work because of that, altruistic message. Our vision statement is every child succeeds. So I really enjoy having, some substance in my work. Mm-hmm. I enjoy having, some motivation, and I think that's great motivation. I was a social work before, which was a lot more hands-on. Yeah. I really enjoyed that. But when I moved up here to do for my last job, it was a year-long grant-funded project. I knew it was going to end. So in the transition, that job with Denver Public Schools came up. It just sounded like the right place to be at the right time. Mm-hmm. Still giving back while building my other career.
Yeah.
So it's all
getting the resume a little bit more.
Getting the resume. Yeah, I'm trying to
just
work
like
on
in the
both
fight
things.
game, exactly.
That's right. Yeah.
Working at the same thing. Who's some of the teammates, family members, and sponsors you like to thank?
I'd like to thank Denver Chiropractic. They've been really great helping me out, fine-tuning a couple of little kinks,
getting everything ready.
Exactly. CrossFit Omnia. I've been training with those guys for about a month and a half now, and it's just been such a blast because I'm getting a lot stronger, getting a lot better conditioning, and I just like the group of people that are there, so it's just a lot of fun. Training partners, everybody, you gotta give it up to all these guys. It's a grind in here, man, every day. Josh Caban and Jeremy Kimball and Kanan, everybody though. Tom Stinney's been a good coach to me. He's helped polish some of my rough edges. I think I had a great start at Durango Martial Arts when I was living in Durango. Mm-hmm. But coming up here, I've added some skills to the toolbox, and our sparring sessions are really hard. Our grappling sessions are really hard. So just pushing the envelope and trying to keep learning and never plateau, because it's easy to do. So you got to keep trying to learn. These guys help me out with that. So
well, appreciate it. And check them out. It'll be Friday, May 30th, up in Canada.
That's right. It'll be broadcast over the internet. So if you check out my Facebook page, you can get the link here. I'll probably post that in a couple of days once we figure that out. So
we'll definitely post it and put up the results as well.
Cool.
Thanks for your time, bro. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it.